Hello, this is Dr. Ami Shah, and I am here to talk to you about the CAAI test, Comprehensive Assessment of Accentedness and Intelligibility. This is the diagnostic test to identify concerns with communication that emerge from accents or regional dialects. And this is a gold standard used in speech-language pathology by speech-language pathologists and also by ESL, English as Second Language teachers. Today, in this brief video, we'll be talking about the CAAI test, what it looks like right out of the box, and how you can use it, what are the parts, and so this is just a brief demo video. Okay, so here we see the whole setup, all of the parts of the CAAI, and I will walk you through each of them. There is a test manual. You would start with that first, and especially if you have students, I recommend that you have them read the directions on here. They're very easy. They have been tested with grad students multiple times. They can easily pick it up. So each section is laid out, and you would get description of how to administer the test and how to do the scoring. Okay, so let's move on from here to the administration book. This is what the clinician will be holding, as the client has the response book that I'll talk about in a second. So as you're showing each section to the client, there are test directions. They're color coded so it's easy to see, and then there are the different sections, the rating scale, the passage for baseline intelligibility, and then there are different sections for stress, emphasis, intonation, consonants, vowels, and auditory discrimination to test listening skills. There is grammar, and there is a whole detailed grammar guide, and then there are pragmatics even, how to assess pragmatics, nonverbal communication. And so that's what it looks like, and some of the interesting things are for it to be very smooth as you're administering this. You have the yellow sections that tell you exactly what this test is supposed to do. The blue one help you read it exactly in that way to the client, and then you're tracking where they are with ease as you show them the response book. And this is what's going to be with the client as they are reading this. So they'll be reading each sentence, each word, each sections of words, and so on. And so for this, we've made a little handy dandy response card. So this helps not have too many distractions on the page. So you can guide the response, show them exactly what you want them to read, keep moving it, and then you go on to the next. This manages the pace better, so it doesn't get so the clients are not reading too fast or too slow, or they're not confused where to be on the page, and so on. And so these are the response, all the stimuli, and this can be done pretty easily, smoothly. Also, another thing I like to remind people is that you don't have to do every section, and you don't have to do every section in that order. So there is a chart in the test manual that will show you what sections are available, and you can pick those ahead of time. What sections you want to look at. Is it just speech production? Is it speech perception? Is it the extra language areas? Obviously, the test is designed to get a comprehensive overview of a person's abilities, that their skill set, and also the areas that need work. So it is better to look at the whole thing, and if you did do the whole thing, it only takes an hour. So I recommend that for the first time you do the whole thing, but then at periodic spot checks you just pick different sections, and especially the goals that you've been working on, so you can track how they're progressing on those skill sets. Okay, so here now let's go back to our response, your administration, and then the individual scoring book. So what the client then was reading was the response book along with the yellow response card, but then the clinician is scoring this as they go along, and there is a whole booklet. And what's interesting about this is that you have it all color coded, and there is a before and an after section. For every section there is a baseline and a follow-up, so at any given time you can look at where their scores are today versus where they were at the baseline level. So every section has scoring that can be done right there on the scoring book itself. And again, you can choose which sections you want to do. The instructions are very clear. They're always provided right in color coding on top, and along with right here, along with that, with the guidelines given in the administration book. So again, it's very easy. We've had undergrad and graduate students test this out, and they have been able to do it efficiently and pretty self-administered. Another cool feature I want to point out is this diagnostic profile. After you do the different assessments, you get a overview snapshot. So these are all the sections that are assessed, and with every section there is an example that's provided. So this helps remind the client what they were assessed on, and when they were doing it, what was being assessed. So this is great for talking to the client, or also for clients to communicate to their bosses or whoever's paying for the session, so they could see what their score is on any given area, and they will have had some strengths and some deficits, and so they can now see exactly, using the numbers, to see how they compare to the norms. And this is the only test that has collected norms for people with accents. So now you have a quantitative way to say, are they mild, moderate, or do they have a strong deficit in that area? And we could get the whole snapshot right here on this column. And so that is the complete diagnostic profile that's available as a tracker for progress, and also as a baseline to write your report on. And so that is all the parts. So now that you know all the parts, you're wondering, how do we organize this? I suggest you have an accordion binder, and that's the best way to preserve the test contents, and so anybody can easily access this. Students can use it. So we have you just put it in the right sections, and it saves them better. The other thing I forgot to mention was that there is an overview that's provided here. So you'll see that all the sections, the contents in the test, they are all mentioned here. So you can, if you ever lose track of the different parts, you can always look at the overview sheet. Okay, so let's. So when all the parts are inside, this is what it's going to look like, and then you just snap it shut, and you have your nice little kit all done. Okay, so let's talk about some extra features and extra parts that come with the kit. One of them is a detailed case history form that's specifically designed for second language learning. So you'll find some extra background details for the client's language learning history, where they learned, and what that might explain why they have the accent that they do, and what other background psychosocial factors you should be aware of. Besides this, as I mentioned, there is a grammar guide that helps you identify all of these complicated grammatical parts of speech, but organize it very well, and you know exactly how to label them when you catch those errors in running speech. Apart from that, I will be sharing 2 full case studies that are published in textbooks. So you will have access to the case study of what a low proficiency client and a high proficiency client, what the complete picture looks like, the full from diagnostic to therapy to discharge, every step of the way, how the CAAI walks somebody through the whole process and what kind of results you can get. So that would be a complementary part of getting this test kit out of my commitment for wanting people to follow an evidence-based structured pathway so you can get the best results. Apart from this, you also get a complimentary consultation session with me, where once you start using this test, and if you want to see different ways you can apply this test, say maybe in the classroom, or to recruit more clients, or to showcase your company to other people with the results, or any questions that come up in your administration that you want to talk about, you have this free consultation session with me. Again, that's because I believe in the work. This is research-based, it is yet very, very practical, and it has helped hundreds of clients and clinicians, and I want you to get the best out of it. That's why I'm happy to work with you wherever your needs are. So looking forward to getting to see how I can help you, and welcome to the CAAI. Thank you.